Julotsen imrefi. Vehegen libile fonecha. Adonai tsuri vegoyali. May the words of my mouth and the thoughts of my heart be acceptable before you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Structural flaws begin the exact second you decide to look away. Structural flaws begin the exact second you decide to look away. When things break down, your immediate human instinct is to avoid the friction and walk right past it. You choose purposeful blindness. The text isolates this exact defect. In lo isira et shar ochicha vehisalamta mehem hashef teshivem. You shall not see others' belongings roaming and hide yourself from them. You shall return them. Proving that walking past an active issue or a problem is a direct structural violation. Looking straight at the failure is the only way to retain control. The failure starts inside your own head. This state of hester panim, concealment of face, hester panim, concealment of the face, forms when the mind hides from reality. Facing the truth requires energy. This is a state of blindness where reality is present but blocked from conscious sight. You build a wall against incoming pressure to avoid the weight of responsibility. You're not missing the facts. You are choosing. You are choosing not to see them. This mental barrier stops the immediate pain of accountability. However, the underlying problem continues to grow in the dark, silently. Modern advice tells you to protect your peace. Society claims that stepping back from stress is the ultimate form of self-care. This is dangerous advice. Oh yes, dangerous advice. If you ignore a mounting problem, you're guaranteeing a larger collapse happening later down the line at some point. We pretend the problem doesn't exist. We tell ourselves avoiding the conflict makes it disappear. Instead, the issues mutate into a massive psychological weight that drain your focus. You spend more energy hiding from the problem than it takes to actually solving it. The prophetic text demands a sudden restoration of sight. We find this shift in the following verse, where the dynamic changes completely. בשצף קצף הסתרתי פניי רגע ממך ובחסד עולם ריחמתיך אומר גאולך השם. In a quick burst of anger, I hid my face from you for a moment. But with love that never ends, I will show you mercy, says God your Redeemer. But with love that never ends, I will show you mercy, says God your Redeemer. The text shifts to permanent vision. The hiding was only temporary. The prophet establishes a structural override to the issue and problem of avoidance. We are commanded to strip away the false comfort of ignorance. The cure requires the total removal of internal blinders, the shift of He'arat Panim, illumination of the face, He'arat Panim. Illumination of the face forces direct and unfiltered vision of the facts. It is the immediate psychological restoration of absolute clarity. It demands you look straight at a problem without flinching. You cannot turn your head or soften a blow. The truth is bare. It stands right there. And because of this, you see it now. You hold your attention fixed on the source of the issue. Fixed on the source of the issue. You do not solve failure by hiding behind complex excuses, pretending the issue is too nuanced to fix. The practical application requires a pure internal boundary. The instant you catch yourself formulating an excuse to look away, you hold that thought cycle. You force your mind to stay locked on the uncomfortable truth until a firm decision is made. Therefore, you decide on the next action. The mental escape hatch is shut closed. This requires a permanent shift in your internal posture. You affirm. You affirm. I will not turn my eyes away from friction in my life. I will face every breakdown, whatever it may be, with total clarity and no excuses. Total clarity and no excuses. This declaration changes how you interact with daily stress, with yourself. You are an active participant, taking ownership of the predicament. The urge to hide is replaced by your willingness to confront instead. You stand your ground when the pressure surges. Mental exhaustion is a heavy burden. You will tell yourself that you're too exhausted to deal with the facts right now. You think delaying the confrontation will give you the strength to handle it tomorrow. That is a total, unfortunate fabrication of your own mind. Delaying the confrontation gives the fear more time to develop. You must break the habit of looking away in this exact moment when you are most inclined to do so. This structural cure requires relentless daily mental discipline. It is the blunt refusal to let your mind drift when a problem demands attention. You look at a difficult truth or the broken promise face on. You deal with the facts without shifting the blame. When the wave of panic hits, you stay with the thought. You absorb the impact and answer. And most importantly, the habit of immediate confrontation eliminates the secondary anxiety, which is actually a lot worse than the problem itself. You maintain your forward drive by refusing to look away. Again, this is so beautiful. You maintain your forward drive by refusing to look away. Direct illumination creates an unbreakable foundation for your mind. We unite the command of the Parsha with the prophetic vision of the Haftarah. The system only breaks when you give yourself permission to go blind. When you stop hiding from the friction, you take full control of your reality. The truth is no longer an enemy to be avoided. Instead, it is no longer an enemy. Instead, you face the breakdown and hold the line. You command your attention. This is how you restore structural order to the whole system. I wish you, with my whole heart, wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my heart, all the strength you need to face the problems and issues directly and stare them right in the face. And when that happens, Yeshuat Hashem keheref ein. God's help is instant. I'm wishing you lots of strength and peace. Thank you very much for listening. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. For now, all the best and keep well. Bye for now.